reference anything.
Reference Dakota's trigger word that we're just going to shut the whole podcast down on.
I don't think it's my trigger word. It's just everyone else's. And for those of you who are curious what the trigger word is, well, you'll never know. Welcome back to the Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast.
Great segue. Great segue.
I'm one of your hosts, Dakota. Then we got Can't Do Our Joke from Earlier Ken and Can't Do Our Joke from Earlier John. We've ruined the recording twice now. We're just going to fucking send her on. Welcome back to your mom's favorite podcast. Ken, go ahead and give us that beautiful Raw rundown before we get smoted again or something.
All right, so we had Raw start off with Miz coming out in the Miz TV segment, which featured Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita. Had a nice little back and forth between Miz and Becky Lynch. She brought up the balls comment again. Very, very good. Which then led to Becky Lynch taking on Io Sky, with Becky defeating Io Sky via the manhandle slam, which then sparked some back and forth between the Damage Control, which is Dakota's favorite stable, and Lita, Trish, and Becky getting nose to nose, screaming, fighting on each other, and setting that match up. Dakota, what's your thoughts, buddy?
I mean,
As you come back into frame.
Trish gave us two very, very big reasons to pay attention to that segment there, but yeah. But like, I was very upset I had to deal with Damage Control that early. But surprisingly, there was a Damage Control stable member match that was actually a pretty good fucking match to start the show with, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was the most watchable Damage Control match. In terms of like actual wrestling, like Dakota's usually over there, drools over Bailey being in a match, but you know, this was a good technical match.
Are you gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me I'm wrong?
No, but you know, it is what it is. Io Sky finally didn't botch a match and looked like how she used to. I appreciated that. But yeah, that's all I could say about that one.
Thanks for your input, Caillou. We're going to keep moving. We then had a segment of Seth Rollins and Mustafa Ali. I'm sorry, John.
So it's okay. You look like one of the Eds from Ed, Edd and Eddy with the 3 hairs. It's fine.
Which one, though? Depends on if it's insulting or not.
Well, that was Eddie. 3 hairs? That's Eddie.
Oh, we may have to fight after this. Anyways.
Who would you rather be, Ed? No, I can't do it. My sister Sarah said so.
I mean, that's clearly me. I'm the dumbest one of the group here.
That's what I thought, so.
You really gonna let him talk to you? Like, you know, me personally, I wouldn't take that level of disrespect, John.
That was my favorite character. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the autism.
Not surprising. All right, so we had Seth Rollins take on Mustafa Ali, which led to a pretty dominant win by Seth after a stomp on the Tree of Woe, and then a traditional stomp. Seth Rollins then went on and had the crowd sing a song, but you know, it's very entertaining. You guys have a thought on that match, Hook?
No, but I really was about to break out in the song, but then I realized that I sound like a dying orca. So no, I'm throwing this to Dakota.
I mean, it was a little bit of a squash, a little squash. But, I mean, Seth Rollins was in the ring. Like, it was enjoyable. You haven't heard a crowd sing that little song live. You don't truly understand how over that man is.
Yep, we saw it twice, and it tickles that little bit of the brain.
Agreed. Probably the most disappointing setup, but very good match is we thought we were going to get a Street Profits versus Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Turns out they teamed up to take on the Viking Raiders and Alpha Academy. Shush, please. Great match. No Hook got excited when they said something about meat trains. Braun Strowman getting out and running around the squared circle there and taking people out.
Oh, I'm fighting that police department joke with the trains, or the Ohio joke, whichever way you want to go with that one. But it gets a little darker the more you think about it. But it is
I
what
don't
it
see a
is.
good outcome for either one of those. So
I mean, yeah, they're getting fired or the water gets poisoned. Mm.
it happens, I
But
guess.
I really didn't like the pump fake they gave us at the start because I thought we were going to get
Oh, dude, yeah.
the two best tag teams, in my opinion, in WWE right now. But it is what it is. We got to see a decent 8-man tag. Usually WWE fumbles these, but this was actually pretty good.
It had everything you needed. It had size, strength, athleticism. And can we talk about Montez's forward frog splash over Strowman while rotating?
He almost hit him in one of the angles.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
When I watched, it was like
damn
clear pretty
close.
well. But
Almost don't count. He's still fucking cleared him, and it's still impressive. Let's be honest.
and
Yeah.
rotate, you know what I mean? So
Good rotation. Little corkscrew.
we're watching the hand motion there, buddy.
I'll show you some hand motion. What's good, baby?
We had the Street Profits, Braun Strowman, Ricochet coming
Turn
off
that
on
butter, man.
that what the kids call it this day.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I forgot my train of thought. Okay, yeah. Street Profits, Braun Strowman, Ricochet come off on top, defeating Mike Ribs Alpha Academy.
Distribute some free literature. Feed the ducks. I'm sorry.
Isn't there a boulder outside you need to go move? Exactly.
Boo,
Hey, man,
boo, kid, boo, boo.
Hey, I pick up rocks and I put them down.
So the evil voices go away.
It makes makes the sad man voices go away. It's fine.
Now, when you say you pick up rocks, are you talking like rocks? Or are you talking like
1980s Chicago rocks?
Oh no, I would be a lot more awake if it was that kind of rock.
I was thinking like what you found at the county line on a 10 p.m. on a Friday. Now you know the kind of rock I'm talking.
No,
about.
I'm not talking about the rocks. I'm talking about.
No, I was talking about like Shamu.
Oh no.
Oh, I went the other way with that too.
You're not out there where.
No.
Not everything's about drugs, guys. God damn. It's a good, wholesome podcast that your mom touches herself to.
You started it with Pope's meat sock.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Those recordings are gone.
Wait a. I mean.
Oh shit! I brought it back up, didn't I?
Yep. Now this is.
You will now be smoked or raped by a priest again. It's God's will.
Well.
Editing at its finest. All right, snapping back to 2020 promos. Austin Theory cut a promo in an empty stadium, talking about him and John Cena. It is what it is. It's a good, decent promo. Dakota, got any thoughts on that?
Theory's mic work just gets better and better every time I see this man on TV. He genuinely may be an actual star within, like, full main event star within a couple years at this point, especially compared to that selfie shit he was doing in the beginning. This is a Theory I can get behind on the main event level.
He's a very good heel. Look what you got, buddy.
I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, the selfie thing wasn't that bad. But it made you hate him. That's what you need from a heel. But
it wasn't a good kind of hate.
I mean, you're not supposed to like the heel anyway. But the empty stadium thing was, I don't know, it kind of threw me off a little bit. Like Ken said, it was kind of a good throwback to 2020.
Yep. Fast forwarding past that, we had a back segment with his current slump, trying to get out of it, which led to Chelsea Green trying to get herself in the Fatal 4-Way match at WrestleMania with the Hogan-style booking of Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Adam Pearce reminded Chelsea she didn't have a tag team partner, and he was trying to go through the roster. Sonya Deville stepped in, and they teamed up to take on Candice LeRae and Mia Chin, whatever they're calling
her this week.
Yeah. Decent match. I mean, I liked it. It was good. We had Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green defeating Candice LeRae and Mia Chen Yin. Anybody got any thoughts on that? Look.
Yeah, I like how they booked them as the two Karens, the two complainers, whatever. I thought that was a nice touch because that's all they've been doing the last few weeks, and that's how they've been getting their matches, is just being Karens. But hopefully they actually do something with this instead of just like throwing them together and calling it a day.
And they work well together. And they look better than her and Carmella, honestly.
They could have did something with that because but yeah, you're right.
Dakota.
Nah, honestly, I didn't get to watch much of the match or really able to pay attention to watching Nephew last night, and that was about the time Mans was just kind of fighting it. Little 6-month-old was just not having it at that point, so I didn't get a good chance to pay attention to it.
They do run the household, so we get it. Trust me. Hook, you'll find out too. Oh yeah. All right. Well, fast forwarding past that, we had Rey Mysterio take on Damian Priest. Decent match. Your typical strong guy versus your high flyer. Rey had the match won when Dominic pulled him off top rope. Was on disqualification. Gave him some very awkward punches, which then led to the Legado del Fantasma running in and saving Rey. I didn't really see the point in the match for this one for me. It was just kind of just get Rey and Dominic in the same area, I guess. I don't know. I just didn't see the point in the match. I don't know if there's giving Damian a match before WrestleMania because he's not in anything so far that I know of.
Is he in the Battle Royal?
I didn't see him on the roster. You talking about the SmackDown?
Yeah.
While you guys give your thoughts, let me take a look into that.
Yeah, I thought that match didn't have any build up. I think if they had a little build up to it, I thought it would have been a little more enticing to watch. But it just felt like they threw Damian Priest into a match with Rey Mysterio just for the fact that Dom's in a match with him in WrestleMania. It is what it is. Cody, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I'm same as you. It was just kind of a little cheap build up for it all, but overall, I think it's going to end up being a good match at WrestleMania for it. Dom's actually improved leaps and bounds with everything he's doing, but
yeah, didn't he cut a pretty nasty promo at the end of that, if I remember right?
He did, and honestly, that may be the promo for Dominic Mysterio right now. That was probably his best work on the mic to date.
Yeah, that's 3 or 4 weeks in a row where he's getting a little bit better every single time. But yeah, Ken, did you find anything on that yet?
I did. Damian Priest is not in that Battle Royale.
I'm sure they'll find something for Damian at WrestleMania because Damian Priest is one hell of a worker.
But see, I don't know where they're going to stick him, though, because he can't team up with anybody. Like, he's going to be like the lone wolf because we got... Oh, let's go ahead and just talk about that Finn Balor promo for the Demon.
Oh, my God.
Dear Lord.
Look, all Edge has to do is turn the lights red and cut the rope, and he's won. All right? Like, I'm happy we brought the Demon back. Can we not fuck it up again?
Now, with that being said, don't know if it's true, but I did see something online, great source of resource, that AEW has blessed Christian to return from one appearance with Gangrel Root.
I saw that as well, and I think that would be awesome to see. Is it going to happen? Who knows?
I will light up like a Christmas tree on
Christmas
if it does.
Got the same chance of happening as Roman beating Cody, then suddenly you hear Cult of Personality play.
All right. Yeah, Finn come out as the demon though. That's just that's if he has to win if he comes out as the demon. I don't.
Well, they
I don't
also
care
said that
I don't
they're
care if
going back to
Christian and Gangrel and come out to help him or come out to with Edge. Demon Finn needs to win.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think they said that they're reverting back to the old Hell in a Cell too for this one. They're gonna get rid of the red cage and go back to the old one.
They are. They
Thank
are going back
fucking
with
God.
the just normal colored one.
Yeah, the silver Hell in a Cell.
Attitude Era style. Jesus, style.
Aristotle?
Aristotle. Apparently.
Aristotle, Duck Waddle, Tittle Tuttle, I don't care. Cavs and 7, all right?
As long as it's not that bullshit that Mick Foley and Undertaker had to use where shit was falling apart on them.
It may have fell apart, but one of the greatest matches of all time.
It may have fell apart, but it satisfied our heart. There you go. We're going to rhyme this up today.
Me and my mental health.
All right. We'll wrap around.
A little wrap around. Cheers, genitals.
We then had Gunther take on Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, fun fact: when you're, let me cut you off here. When your shoulders get big, you can't like fully wrap around when your shoulders get big enough.
I swear to God, I thought you were gonna say reach around, and I was gonna fall out of the chair laughing.
No, we're almost there.
I was gonna die.
Nah, he's still able to reach around. You know what I'm saying?
We had Gunther take on Dolph Ziggler, and they're winning that one. I gotta say, I was not that impressed with the last Symphony move he did. That finisher he did after the powerbomb. It just looked really awkward to me. But that's what he pinned Dolph Ziggler with, and hate that they made Dolph Ziggler be part of a squash match. No, like he's way better than that.
Yeah, I don't like Dolph getting squashed. That didn't make no sense to me, but you know it is what it is. That's kind of been the theme for the last couple of episodes of Raw and SmackDown. It is what it is.
But not Dolph Ziggler though, dude. Like,
yeah, is he even in a WrestleMania match this year? I don't know, man. That's weird to me.
He's not been listening to it so far. Like I said, I mean, he's not really done a whole lot the last couple months outside of that short bit with Mustafa Ali, and then getting in the ring with Gunther. Because I was kind of surprised when Dolph Ziggler's music started playing. I was like, "What?
Yeah,
this is who squash match is going to be before Mania." Not a fan.
I mean, hell, even the way they booked Mustafa Ali a few months ago, you would have thought that wouldn't have been a squash match either. But here we are.
We talk about how great Dolph was, and now he's getting kind of severely underutilized right now. So
yeah.
Anybody got any? But sorry.
This is a little. I mean, it's on topic but off topic at the same time. Why is Bobby Roode included in 2K23 still as a tag team member with Dolph Ziggler's the Dirty Dogs when he hasn't been in WWE for a long time?
It's probably a contract licensing thing, if I had to guess.
I mean, we're in need of some tag teams on Raw. I feel like almost of the good ones are on SmackDown, outside of Street Profits. But
yeah,
sorry to get off track there.
No, you're fine. I mean, it kind of plays into what we're talking about, but I don't know. Just kind of where I was at with the tag team division after Mania is if Kevin and Sammy win. SmackDown, they got plenty of opportunities, but I don't really know so much about Raw. Yeah, Viking Raiders on SmackDown, though, mostly, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, going off to the main event of the evening, we had Cody Rhodes taking on Solo Sikoa. And I think the main enemy of the night was the stuff in Paul Heyman's teeth. My God.
I think he may have had some something in catering.
He was like talking like this, and it was like just gingivitis, bro. Loss.
I mean, I don't have the straightest teeth, but at least they're somewhat white. But man,
I get a little discoloration, bro, but there was like build up on those teeth.
brother needed something. Like he must have had some pizza and catering. That's the only way that makes sense. Cause you get a little greasy pizza that kind of builds up on the bottom there. But
that was all right. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Anyways, we had Cody Rhodes defeating Solo via the Crossroads. Very entertaining match. The one thing I will give Cody credit for, and I know you guys are gonna, you're Cody. I get it, but he doesn't make like squash matches. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though like Solo's the enforcement stuff, but like, he still plays into the match. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't go out there just dominate, and go from there. But I enjoyed the match. We had the Usos come out, which led to Kevin and Sammy coming out, taking them out, and then Cody hitting the Cody Cutter a couple times and Crossroads finishing the match. What's y'all's thoughts?
Yo, do you want to go first?
Banger. That's all I have. No, like that match alone.
Banging a lot over there.
It just came out of nowhere.
Like that match alone was better than the entirety of SmackDown last week.
100% agree.
I thought it was written, booked well, made everybody look good. Like I have zero complaints with it, and probably one of the best actual build-up matches they've done for Mania in the past 2-3 weeks now. At this point, to actually advance the storyline and make everybody look good and like it matters.
Yeah, my prediction of Solo getting injured obviously didn't happen, but they mentioned injury on SmackDown for this match a good 6 or 7 times, and in the build up to the match during the Raw show, they kept saying, "What if he gets hurt or whatever?" Even Heyman said it during his promo. I honestly thought they were gonna write in a Solo injury, just have a legit one-on-one match, but that didn't happen.
But I mean, honestly, you still got SmackDown to go, so it could be, like Roman's there without his enforcer, because he got injured. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they can still plug that kind of narrative in. But I'm with you. I thought that. You know what I mean?
Cool. Yep.
But I think Solo just got married not too long ago, so it'd be kind of like a perfect time for him to take a honeymoon.
Yeah, it'd be a good little thing to write in there, but
yeah. Like I said, man, like it was a great match. Had a nice little back and forth between them. I can tell you what though, like those woes and Cody's entrances are getting a little bit louder every time he comes out, and I'm here for
it. Solo's moveset though just feels like a straight throwback to Umaga. Like the way he moves in the ring,
everything about it,
like the setups before he does it, the Samoan spike. Like everything, even down to his like foot placement to where he's standing when he's holding them to do the Samoan spike, looks straight up like Umaga. Like I know it's like little details like that, but I mean it's cool to see. Even does like the tongue out thing like Umaga used to do.
Well, then at one point in time, like he had his face painted similar to Umaga. Yeah, like I said, I like Solo. I mean, I think he's good. I think he's going to be a future star. I think right now they're just kind of breaking him in with the bloodline and letting him. This is the first time he's defeated since he came to WWE. Correct? Yeah, he's never been pinned or beat before.
Yeah, he's this is the first time he's lost. I think they mentioned that a couple of times in the build up to this match too, but they also said Cody's been undefeated since he's been back.
I saw something earlier too. It was like about the undefeated streaks. Because Roman Reigns at like 1,000 something days right now, and if you go back to the time Cody last lost in WWE, it's like double that. It's like 2,400. So they said they're heading to like a record-breaking, match, whatever, due to the streaks. But Cody did take 6 years off of WWE, so can't really count all those.
I think
So.
they'll probably bring that up during the match, though.
Oh yeah, they'll be brought up because I want to say it came from WWE source. I can't really remember exactly where I saw it, but because Cody's not lost since he's been back, WrestleMania 38, so he's going on a year of not losing. So, but that was your Raw recap. Who wants to start off with the letter grade?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll give it a solid B. There were some matches in promos that I felt brought it down a little bit, and then there were some things like Demon Finn and the end of the night and the 8-man tag that brought it up. Can't quite give it a B plus. I think a B fits it.
What you got?
I'm gonna go higher than John. I'm gonna say honestly it was an A. For the go home episode of Raw, I don't have a whole lot of complaints for it, honestly.
That's where I was landing. Was A for me. Was the only promo I didn't really care about too much was the Austin Theory one, but I get why they did it and the way they did do it. But outside of that, man, like I said, I didn't have too many complaints. I was pretty thoroughly invested the entire show. I watched it while my daughter was at softball practice, and just a little bit of the beginning part, but I was able to get caught back up pretty quick. But I think we skipped a segment, guys. We went right over the Brock Lesnar versus Omos weigh-in. That's the recap. They went at each other. Brock got thrown out again. The end.
I mean, I know you Homo sapiens enjoyed that a little bit. Don't get too excited. Don't be homosexuals. But
are you trademarking that? Is that what you're gonna call the fans of Omos?
Homo sapiens? Yeah, that's been a thing.
Oh, I don't care about Omos, so.
Oh, you need to, because this match is gonna be up there.
I think I'm not saying it's not gonna be a good match, but
So are you want a 30-minute classic from it? Not
me. No, not me. This
Not
is
me.
gonna be big men slapping meat. It's gonna end like Hogan versus Andre, where he finally gets suplexed at the end. It's gonna happen. This is gonna be great. I need Joel here. Joel, I need you right now to help me with these two fuckheads.
I mean, I think it's cool that they finally found somebody that can make Brock an underdog. I think that's what they're kind of pinning this as right now. It's like the first time in Brock's career that he's like not a favorite or like seen on the same level as the opponent he's fighting. Because like even when he fought like Roman, Cena and all of them, they kind of seen him as either the lead or like was on level with whoever he's fighting. But I think they're trying to pin it this time where he's actually the underdog, and it's weird.
I absolutely love this type of match, but if they would have just booked Omos as a little bit more powerful, this would have been like must see. But they're a little late in the going on this. At least they didn't book him like Great Khali. I'll leave it at that.
Or Bronson Reed. Shots fired.
I mean, yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I bet they booked Bronson Reed to win that stupid Royal Rumble match or Battle Royal match. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Bobby.
I hope it's Bobby, but they put Bronson in there.
Bobby who?
Bobby who?
So, refresh my memory. Then winning that Battle Royale, they get some kind of match, don't they, for a title?
No. They just get one. I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead.
Very fine. Go ahead.
The only thing the only thing they win is that nice
trophy,
giant trophy. Yeah.
Right, but I thought they got some kind of benefit from it too. Because I was kind of confused why they put Bobby Lashley in there. But,
yeah, it's because Bray got his feelings hurt, and he's not going to be at WrestleMania.
You're going to love the next bit of information I throw out to you, because I also saw a report that now that Alexa Bliss is done with The Masked Singer, that Bray Wyatt may be coming back after Mania, and he might be bringing back the Fiend. I know he said it's dead, but he has no story arc right now, and he is flatter. I was gonna say a joke, but I can't say that while we're recording live.
Say it.
Nope.
Oh, come on, say it. I want you to fucking say it. Say it, come on.
No, sir. I'm gonna take the moral high road on this one. All praise, glory be to God. But the character Dakota's face when he came up from off the screen. But I think it gives Bray a worse story that WWE can control, because I think they try to give him creative control over this last bit, and it just did not play out. I know Hook's devastated. And I know,
Not even a little bit.
Oh, you're gonna love it, buddy. But I'm calling it now. After Mania, you're gonna see the Fiend return and the Wyatt Six, and they're going to dominate for the next 2 years.
I'm calling that doesn't happen because he's never got a character over, and he's burnt through now 4 characters, and he's ruined any push Alexa Bliss has gotten in the last 3 or 4 years now.
All right, let's do this. Let's make a bet.
No, I'm gonna keep going.
You don't have to keep going, buddy. We know how you feel about Bray Wyatt.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
I have not fully gone in yet. My favorite reference that I keep going back to is the 3.5 fucking feet that Uncle Howdy missed by.
Get him.
Yeah, that character also was gone flat.
Get him.
Like whenever Alexa Bliss and Bianca were fighting in the little entryway in the arena, then you just see him like walking in, and yeah. Hopefully Triple H, smacks him on the wrist and is like, "This is what you're doing now," because Bray can't book a character himself worth dick.
See, here's
get him.
A little, maybe try to defend this a little bit. I think the storytelling works if it was the way it was back in the Attitude Era, where they wrestled Mondays and like Raw and SmackDown, right? But one 5-minute segment a week isn't going to do that story justice. I think he needed something like where he was on both Raw and SmackDown, able to tell the full story.
I'll counter your argument. He had Alexa Bliss on Mondays. He also had himself on both shows. If not on just SmackDown.
This last go around or before?
The one we're the current one.
Okay.
He was on both shows. His rivals were on both shows, LA Knight and Bobby Lashley. Still couldn't tell a decent story at all.
Okay. I mean, I see what you're saying.
He went through whatever the hell he was in NXT, or not NXT, but the Nexus. I'm sorry, I was thinking Yellow there. Whatever that character was, that probably isn't fully his fault. So I'll give him 3. I keep saying 4. I'll give him 3. He burnt through the Wyatt family one, which was my favorite, but towards the end it went stale. Then he had the Fiend, which just put anyone who was over, made them look like shit. Ruined Seth Rollins' character, which I'm still upset about. And then we have this bucket of bullshit, what he just came out with now, which is only good for selling merch. That's always good for is selling merch. That stupid mask that all the kids wear, and that stupid fucking doll that Alexa Bliss walks around with. All right, I'm done.
Get him!
Question.
Go ahead.
Let me figure out how I want to ask this. Do you think they bring the Fiend back?
If they do, they better be able to not make people look horrible when they're in the ring with him. Or when he's in the ring.
If they bring the Fiend back, will you sing the Firefly Funhouse song?
No.
I want to. Come on.
That whole...
The tens of tens want to hear it.
That whole thing is... The Firefly Funhouse is terrible. The Fiend character by itself, I can get behind. The stupid fucking puppets? No.
Got you. Oh, we went on a little tangent there, buddy. I'm sorry to take you down a dark road. Okay.
I mean, that had to be addressed eventually. We haven't fully gone in.
We haven't let you fully go in yet. You've been waiting to fully go in on this. We've been holding you back a little bit, but Dakota said tonight's the night, and go off, sis.
Yeah.
So
that's about how I feel on it. We won't see him at WrestleMania for my sanity. And yeah, I like how Dakota just keeps popping up in the corner like.
All right, well, John, you want to take us away with the outro?
Yeah, after I just hijacked the entire end of the show, I apologize.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything, but, this is your podcast, so,
It's just, little
episode 1 callback there.
Shout out to Charles Smith. Anyways.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Anyways, so tomorrow.
What?
You'll probably. So tomorrow.
What?
You'll probably see our.
What?
Jesus Christ! Let me reboot this. Tomorrow we're going to be recording our WrestleMania crossover show with the T&J podcast. You'll either see that either on Thursday or Friday, depending on when Dakota wants to release that.
What?
Yeah. So make sure you check that out whenever that does get posted. We've been really looking forward to that one. We're finally getting guys who aren't into wrestling.
What?
It's probably going to be an absolute shit show. Can't do the what if I ain't stopping, motherfucker.
What?
We can't say what until you stop.
Yeah.
What?
So make sure you give us a follow. I'm supposed to say what? You all suck. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter at the Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast.
Okay.
I was not ready for that one. That got me differently.
Make sure you give us a follow on. Make sure you give us a follow on Instagram at Cheap Pop Podcast.
What?
God, we're botching the hell out of this.
We're gonna work on it. Just call me Shotzi. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna call you Bray.
Call him Bray.
And make sure you give us a follow on TikTok.
Follow us.
What?
At Pop This Potty for the Cheap.
What?
For the cheap, Ken.
Y'all killing me. And
killing it.
Make sure you go. Make sure you go and like our shit on Facebook under the TNJ Wrestling or TNJ Sports Podcast.
We've taken them over. It's a hostile takeover. We're more successful.
Easy.
Don't know if it's true. Don't keep up with that. But
we don't fact check here. Yeah, we don't fact check.
If we don't fact check, I have a 14-inch penis. It is. I said it, so it is true. Follow me on OnlyFans.
And other news, he pisses on his balls when he goes to the bathroom.
It's so hard when you have balls the size of a fucking beer can, all right? They say I need to go to the doctor, but I'm trying to make them like that South Park episode where I can bounce around on them like a hippity hop.
And this is me signing out. This is Hook signing out.
Did we ever agree if we're doing the whole "this is me shining out" thing, or like are we just making it up every time?
Sign out.
I don't wanna. I'm holding them hostage.
You need to edit everything outside of Hooked and his little happy hands dance the whole time there.
Yeah, it's the whole podcast now. It's just John.
I know it's probably.
Ken is signing out.
I probably need to be going this way, but I'm going this way, and then down here.
It's fine. I'm making us a little signing out, bullshit little dance, cause John is fucking autistic and Ken was touched by a priest.
Didn't really flow together. There's gonna be a lot of editing on that episode.
No, there ain't. I'm leaving it all in. Good night, everybody. Stay toxic, kings.